Imagine it's Friday evening. You have been waiting all week to buy a new phone. You open Amazon or Flipkart, you find the perfect phone, you add it to your cart, you complete the payment, and finally you click place order. Within just a few seconds, you receive a confirmation saying your order has been confirmed. But have you ever stopped and wondered what actually happened during those few seconds? How did the system know the product was available? How did it decide which warehouse should fulfill your order? How was your payment verified? And how was your delivery date calculated? Was it the warehouse making all these decisions? No. Behind every successful online order is an intelligent system that makes hundreds of business decisions before the warehouse even receives the order. That system is called the Order Management System, or OMS. Welcome to the OMS Masterclass, where enterprise retail is made simple. In this series, we will understand how an order management system works in real-world retail implementations. We will explore the complete order lifecycle, inventory, payments, fulfillment, returns, integrations, APIs, production support, and much more using Manhattan Active Omni as our learning platform. Whether you are a beginner, a QA engineer, a developer, a business analyst, or someone preparing for interviews, this course will help you build a strong foundation in enterprise order management. So let's begin. Let's start with a simple question. When you click the place order button on Amazon or Flipkart, what do you think happens next? Does the order directly move to the warehouse? The answer is no. Every online order starts with a customer. The customer places an order through a website or a mobile application. The website receives the order request and captures all the required information such as the products ordered, customer details, shipping address and payment information. Up to this point everything looks simple, but this is where the real journey begins. Before the warehouse can even receive the order management system has to make several important business decisions. Questions like, was the payment successful? Is the requested inventory available? Which warehouse or store should fulfill this order? Can the promised delivery date be met? Should the order be split into multiple shipments? Only after all these decisions are completed does the order move to the warehouse. The warehouse picks the items, packs them, hands them over to the delivery carrier, and finally the customer receives the order. So now we know one important fact. An online order does not move directly from the website to the warehouse. It first passes through the order management system where important business decisions are made. In the next slide, we will understand what OMS actually does and why it's considered the brain behind every online order. Now that we know an order does not go directly to the warehouse, let's see what really happens. Most people imagine the process is simple. The customer clicks place order, something happens and the package is delivered. But in reality, there are several systems working together. First, the website receives the customer's order. Next, the order reaches the order management system. After that, inventory is checked and business decisions are made. Only then is the order sent to the warehouse for picking and packing. Finally, the carrier delivers the package to the customer. So the journey is much more than just placing an order. Every successful online order passes through multiple systems before it reaches your doorstep. In the next slide, let's understand why the OMS is considered the brain of this entire journey. In the previous slide, we saw that every order passes through the OMS before reaching the warehouse. But what exactly is the OMS? Think of the OMS as the operations manager of an online retailer. It doesn't sell products, it doesn't store products, and it doesn't deliver products. Instead, it coordinates all the systems involved in processing an order. It communicates with the website, checks inventory, decides which warehouse should fulfill the order, and works with carriers to ensure the order reaches the customer on time. You can think of it like the brain of the entire retail operation. Just as our brain doesn't move our hands or legs directly but tells every part of the body what to do, the OMS doesn't pack boxes or drive delivery trucks. Instead, it tells every connected system what needs to happen and when. That's why almost every modern retailer relies on an order management system. Without it, managing thousands or millions of online orders accurately would be extremely difficult. Now that we understand what the OMS is, let's explore the key decisions it makes every time a customer places an order. So far, we have learned that the OMS acts as the brain of the retail operation. But how does this brain actually make decisions? Every time a customer places an order, the OMS asks itself a series of important questions before sending the order to the warehouse. The first question is the payment successful? If the payment hasn't been completed successfully, the order cannot move forward. The next question is the requested inventory available? The OMS checks whether the product is actually in stock before confirming the order. The third question is which warehouse should ship the order? If the retailer has multiple warehouses, the OMS selects the most suitable one based on inventory, customer location, and business rules. The fourth question is the promised delivery date possible? The OMS checks whether the order can be delivered within the promised time. The fifth question is should I reserve this inventory? If everything looks good, the OMS reserves the inventory so that it isn't allocated to another customer. Finally, the last question is should the order now be sent to the warehouse? Once all the previous checks are completed successfully, the OMS releases the order to the warehouse for picking, packing, and shipping. So before an order reaches the warehouse, the OMS has already made several important decisions within just a few seconds. In the next slide, we will start exploring each of these decisions one by one. So far, we have seen that an online order doesn't go directly to the warehouse. Before the warehouse receives the order, several business decisions have to be made. Now imagine trying to make all these decisions manually for thousands or even millions of orders every day. It would be slow, difficult, and prone to mistakes. Without an order management system, companies face problems such as delayed orders, inventory mismatches, manual work, and inconsistent experiences across different sales channels. An order management system solves these problems. It automates the entire decision making process, provides real time inventory visibility, helps fulfill orders faster, and ensures customers receive the right product at the right time. That's why almost every large retailer depends on an OMS. But this raises another question. How does an OMS actually make these decisions? Let's understand that with a real example. Let's look at a simple real world scenario. A customer places a single order containing 3 products: running shoes, a smartwatch, and a laptop. Now let's check the inventory. Warehouse A has the running shoes and the laptop. Warehouse B has the smartwatch. At this point, the OMS has to make a decision. Should it cancel the order because of all the items are not available in one warehouse? Should it wait until every item is available at the same location? Or should it split the order into 2 shipments so the customer receives the product as quickly as possible? These decisions happen automatically within a few seconds. The OMS checks inventory availability, warehouse locations, business rules, delivery commitments, and many other factors before choosing the best fulfillment option. Only after making the right decision does it send the order to the appropriate warehouse. This is how an OMS ensures faster deliveries, better inventory utilization, and a smoother customer experience. Now let's connect everything we have learned and see where OMS fits in the complete retail ecosystem. Let's look at the end-to-end journey of an online order. It all starts with the customer who places an order through a website or a mobile application. The website receives the order request and sends it to the order management system. This is where OMS takes over. OMS communicates with the inventory system to check whether the requested items are available. It works with the payment system to confirm that the payment has been completed successfully. Based on all the information and business rules, it decides how the order should be fulfilled. Once those decisions are made, OMS sends the order to the appropriate warehouse for picking and packing. After the package is ready, the carrier collects it and delivers it to the customer. As you can see, OMS sits right at the center of the entire order lifecycle. It connects all these different systems and ensures they work together smoothly to fulfill every order. Today's goal was to understand where OMS fits in this journey. In the upcoming episodes, we will open each of these boxes one by one and explore how every system works, what its responsibilities are, and how they interact with OMS to deliver a seamless customer experience. Before we begin exploring each topic in detail, let's take a quick look at what the series has to offer. Throughout this course, we will build your understanding of order management systems step by step. We will start with retail fundamentals and OMS basics, then move on to the complete order life cycle, inventory and available to commerce, payments, order fulfillment, returns and exchanges, integration architecture, APIs, QA concepts, production support, and of course Manhattan Active Omni. The objective is not just to explain these topics individually, it's to help you understand how they all work together in a real enterprise retail environment. Now let's see how this course is organized. Here is the roadmap for the course. The course is divided into 4 modules. You are currently in module 1, where we are building the foundation by understanding retail, the customer order journey, how OMS thinks, and the basics of Manhattan Active Omni. In module 2, we will cover implementation concepts like greenfield and brownfield projects, agile and other order lifecycle statuses. In module 3, we will focus on the core business processes including allocation, inventory, payments and fulfillment. Finally, module 4 brings everything together with returns and exchanges, APIs and integrations, QA practices and production support. Each module builds on the previous one, making it easy to learn step by step. Before we wrap up this episode, let's do a quick knowledge check. Let's test what you have learned today. Which of these does an order management system actually do? Does it physically store products? Does it decide how and where an order is fulfilled? Does it deliver the package to the customer's door? Or does it manufacture the product? The correct answer is option B. OMS doesn't store products, it doesn't manufacture them, and it doesn't deliver them. Its job is to make the right business decision so every order is fulfilled accurately and efficiently. If you got the answer right, that's great. If not, don't worry. We will reinforce these concepts throughout the series. Now let's take a quick look at what's coming next. In the next episode, we will follow a single customer order as it travels through an entire retail system. You will see what happens from the moment a customer places an order, how the website receives the request, how OMS evaluates the order, how inventory is checked, how the warehouse is selected, and how the order finally reaches the customer. By following one real order from beginning to end, you will see exactly how all the systems work together behind the scenes. If you found this episode helpful, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And before you go, here is a question for you. How do you think OMS decides which warehouse should fulfill an order? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.